Welcome to Embrace Yourself. My name is Kim, and I'm a movement specialist passionate about joy, health, and happiness. I want each of us to discover our healthiest, happiest selves. But to do that, we have to get up and move. In order to move most efficiently, we've got to work on engaging our core muscles. So today, I'd like to focus on an exercise using the squishy ball that we're going to work our obliques, which are the sides of the upper body. What I want you to focus on, if you don't have a squishy ball, maybe find a pillow or something squishy that you can place underneath your oblique. It'll help us get a little bit more range of motion into this exercise. So let's get started. First, I'm going to place the ball underneath my oblique. Now notice I'm on my side, so I'm going to lay over the ball, and I don't want it so high that it's up into my rib cage, but I don't want it so low that it's underneath my hip. So you've got to find that position that works for you. Then I like to practice laying over it just for a moment, because what I'm looking for, I want to make sure that my hips are stacked. If I rotate out of alignment, letting the hip roll back or come forward, what I notice is that I tend to go into my low back. If you feel this exercise in your low back, stop, reposition your hips. If that doesn't work, you may have already fatigued the muscle, because again, these are muscles that need some work. We don't do a lot of work with the obliques because we live in the sagittal plane, and these are really great for lateral flexion. So what we're going to do is lay over the ball and support our head with our hands. Now I'm imagining that I'm pouring water out of my ear. That way I keep my neck neutral with the chin tucked. I want to make sure not to extend the neck, which doesn't feel good. And I also don't want to be looking up towards the ceiling and straining. I really want to focus on neutral alignment. My top hand will be just laying on the ground, and what I'm going to think about is cinching and lifting. I'm imagining I'm lifting up off of that ball. I take a breath in to prepare for the movement and exhale to lift. Now I like to hold for 4 counts and then release. So I'm taking a breath in, exhale, lift, and I just hold in an isometric contraction and release. These are awful because they really work the side of the body. You're going to feel it all the way down the side. Again, not into the low back. I want to make sure we're not spiraling into the wrong place. So we just breathe and hold and slowly release. The more we can hold, the better this is, because we start to notice, wow, we're really contracting those muscles. Now, I like to do somewhere around 8 repetitions per side, really focusing on my form. But if I start to feel anything going anywhere but my oblique, I stop, I stretch and take a break. I'm just releasing that oblique, and I can also flip to the other side. The craziest thing about this exercise and why I love it so much is when you do this, we all have a dominant side. There's no shame or no judgment in it, but for all of my skiers out there, I love this exercise because I start to go, this is an area of opportunity to improve. And what I mean by that is when I'm carving my turns skiing down a mountain, I always have a favorite side to turn to. This is a great exercise to strengthen the other side so that I build up more mobility, more flexibility, and stability into that fascial sling. One other thing you want to focus on is that shoulder. We want to make sure our shoulder isn't riding up to our ear. So keep that shoulder long, and you want to focus on not having too much weight into that hand. It will support you, but we don't want to be pushing completely out of our hand because then we're driving a lot of the load into our shoulder. So we just take a nice deep breath in, exhale, come up, hold, and then release down. And again, you can do anywhere from 4, 8, 16, however many reps you can do successfully. When you notice that your form is starting to release, go ahead, take a nice stretch. Release that oblique and give yourself a break. Remember, we can do any exercise poorly anytime. I know I sure can. I'd rather focus on my form and do as many as I can really well to strengthen the muscles that I'm trying to work, and then after that, take a break. I hope this was helpful today. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell so that you get notified when a new video comes out. Send me a like, a comment. I love hearing from everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and I want you to enjoy your home fun today. I'll be sure to see you tomorrow.